I'm going to talk about something that might sound a bit weird, considering that I use social media all the time for work. I use it for advertising, I use it to keep a social presence and for personal branding. I use it for networking, for communities, and even for hosting challenges. But I wouldn't be disappointed if it all got shut down tomorrow. And this is because I've seen the impact, I've seen what it does to people, and I've felt it myself. The problem isn't the people though, it's the social media system. Social media isn't just a basic tool anymore, it's an unregulated attention machine. And when something is built to keep you scrolling for as long as possible, it's not designed to make you healthier, calmer, more confident, or more focused. It's designed to keep you hooked. The messaging is toxic a lot of the time. You're constantly being shown a highlight reel, filtered bodies, perfect relationships, or perfect houses, or perfect holidays, or even perfect mornings. And even if you know it's not real, your brain just can't help it and it still compares. You start caring more about what other people have and what other people look like and what other people are doing than focusing on your own life and what you are doing. And that comparison doesn't usually lead to motivation. Instead, it leads to loathing or jealousy or just feeling like you're behind. And for a lot of these people, it sadly feeds anxiety and depression and that low-level feeling of I'm not good enough. And that just sits with you all day. Then there's the addiction side of social media. Most people don't even choose to go on social media anymore. You just end up there. I'm sure we're all guilty of that. Just grabbing out your phone and just scrolling without even thinking about it. And then suddenly, 25 minutes have gone, or your entire evening. And while you're there, you're consuming opinions, arguments, outrage, drama, bullying, and people being nasty behind the screen. And even if you're not involved, it can still be a mental load. And it's not just the mental health either, it affects your body. More screen time usually means less movement, right? It usually means less real connection with people. And for loads of people, it also means worse sleep, late night scrolling, blue light, constant stimulation, and then you wonder why you feel tired, your cravings are higher, and your motivation is lower. When your sleep drops, your stress levels go up, your cortisol levels are higher, your appetite is harder to manage, and your training will feel more difficult. And you're more reactive as well, you're more snappy, and you're more anxious, and you're more overwhelmed. So yeah, social media can literally make it harder to get into shape. But all right, Rory, you use it for work. So what are you talking about? Why would you want to get rid of it? Now, yeah, I do use it for work. I use it for work a lot, as I mentioned at the start, because it's where the people are, right? If you're running a business like myself, it's hard to ignore social media and its importance. But that doesn't mean that I think it's good for you. And it doesn't mean that I am dependent on it. Now, if social media did indeed completely disappear tomorrow, it got banned, it got shut down, whatever, then I would be absolutely fine, to be honest. And my business would be absolutely fine too, because I can work around it. So for example, I've got a private app for all my clients and members that's purpose built. It's there to help people train, eat well, and stay accountable, not to keep them doom scrolling. There's communities that exist elsewhere too, online, apps like School, where the whole point is support, structure, and progress. And I've got one of those too. I've got a School community. I can advertise locally, I can network the old-fashioned way. And anyway, much of my business comes from referrals anyway, because I believe I just do a good job. If social media disappeared, I genuinely think a lot of people would feel lighter. Less comparison, less noise, and less pressure to perform. Instead, more focus on personal goals, not trying to be like someone else or to live like someone else. more time for the basics that actually change your life. From a fitness point of view, that's like training, cooking, going out for walks, or just even sleeping. But also being present with your family and friends and just generally doing things that you enjoy. I'll use social media while it exists because it helps me reach more people and it helps me help more people, but I'm not going to pretend it's harmless, and I'm definitely not going to pretend that we couldn't live without it. If anything, I think a lot of us would be better off. So if this hits home for you, I'd love you to do one thing after this video. Take a look at your screen time, specifically on social media platforms, and ask yourself honestly, is it helping you build the life that you want? Or is it just stealing your attention? And then write down the screen time in the comment section. And let's make this commitment together to try and spend less time on social media and instead more time on our own personal development or just our lives in general.